spray cans, an amazing tool. What do you do with them when you're done? Well, for the past 2 years, I've turned my empties into custom collectible Kiptoe cans.
And this year, I'm doing things a little different. Instead of doing one color palette for the whole batch, I'm going to play with all sorts of colors and experiment with how they look. I don't know what I'm going to draw yet, but I'm giving myself a wide variety of backgrounds to choose from. And along with some new can colors, I'm switching my paintbrush for a different solution. I'm going to try paint markers for the first time, see how it goes. I think I'll be able to get more colorful detail with these in a faster amount of time, so let's have some fun. Okay, I got 60 cans behind me. Nothing left to do but to do it. So, let's go. Shit, where did that cap go? I really wanted to lean into the comic book style approach for this year. The Posca pens make it look really cool, and it feels like this project lends itself to this particular style. Each can has its own unique character. And these markers are just like using spray paint. I pick up a color, it comes out that color, opaque and steady, just like a spray can. I use step gradients to create value and dimension. And the mark making is also very similar. How fitting to paint spray cans with my spray painting method. I ended up just drawing and painting whatever first came to mind. Each one was like a little experiment, trying a little something new to make it fun and unique.
I also wanted to up my art game with these and really stretch to make them as best I can. Trying to push my creativity and my imagination a little further.
Alright, I'm getting in the groove here. Got quite the eclectic group of cans so far. And now, since this year is special, I did a pre-sale a few weeks ago. You guys ordered 30 cans for pre-sales to join in on the action this year and pick and choose what you want me to create for your cans. So let's dive into some of those right now, see what we can come up with. I created this handy dandy chart of all the orders so I can see what needs to be done. And I decided to pick the purple panda to kick things off. This is a different process from last year when I did them all assembly line style, one color at a time. This year, I'm finishing the whole can one at a time and mixing up all the colors. I think in the end, it makes for a better result because I can focus all my energy on one image in front of me and make all the creative decisions and figure out what it needs right then and there for each piece. There were a couple people who ordered some cans to reflect some previous murals I had created, like this turtle from Akumal, Mexico that I painted in 2019. And this space monkey from my Colombia tour in 2017. Man, time flies. But sometimes I got stuck, or would think too hard about what it should look like. But the customer was happy with whatever I made. So I gave myself permission to have fun with shapes and design a more cartoon language for a change. I'm seeing what parts I can exaggerate and give these guys some personality. Just kind of let the energy flow and let the can talk to me. And holy cow, it's really fun. Sometimes the boss comes and checks up on me to make sure I'm staying on schedule. I was averaging about 2 or 3 hours per can, so it was a bit of an endeavor for sure, and really just had to get in the zone to make it happen. I'm slowly getting much more comfortable with a wide array of color combos and variations. Lots of purples were used for these cans. and even some colors that I would never think to use before last year. I used to be afraid of hot pink ever since that Pegasus mural. It ain't no thing anymore. Okay, let's see what else we have next. Oh, there's another skull. This one's purple. That'd be cool to match the other one with the red skull. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'll have it facing the other way. Same little birdie. The tree. That'll look pretty cool. And this one, the customer wrote a note, but it's in Japanese. So I'm gonna copy and paste this into Translate. Let's see what they said. Fair play. I need a break. Is he gone?
According to my regulation sensors, it appears he has left the room.
I don't think we needed the talking calculator to figure that one out. When are we getting out of here? I'm not trying to look like those two at the end of the day.
I like watching Kiptoe paint.
Me too!
I wish I could have a cool business like him. I would give out free hugs all day.
Might want to work on your business plan there.
Well, I don't know. I've never done this.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Silence!
Wow.
It is possible, young panda.
How?
Tin Man, pull it up. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Skillshare, the place to go to take that next important step in your creative journey. Not only do they have a variety of classes in things like creative writing, video editing, and illustration, but it's also a place where you can learn directly from industry professionals who share their inside tips and tricks to help you level up your business and marketing.
Oh, that's perfect.
2024 will be the year your passion becomes your paycheck.
I like the sound of that. What should I watch first?
There are hundreds of career-focused classes to choose from, but they also have curated playlists to help you start learning in the community and help you design a career that fits you, Panda. You will love this class by Holly on creating your dream career. She helps you explore your past, embrace your quirks, and envision your future goals while creating an action plan to get closer to that vision.
Oh, I also want to watch this one too. Oh, and this one. Oh, there's so many.
Yes, of course. And the rest of you can also get started on reaching your career goals. The first 500 people to use the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare.
Oh, Kiptoe's coming back.
Okay, formations everyone, formations. Tin Man, hit it.
Well, it's been about 4 or 5 days already. Going a little slower than I would like, but really enjoying the process here and relishing in the joy of painting each can. Honestly, it's really fun.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And now that I have a little gang of them, I can start mixing and matching and make little narratives of each of these. Like these two guys here, the two blue wolves. This is like the day version, and this is him at nighttime when he becomes a vigilante. Or these two guys here, we have the cowboy and then the magical Native American right here. These guys are definitely causing some trouble. And if you want to go Mortal Kombat, we got this like reptilian swamp lady here versus our badass Viking right here. Ah!
And so Kiptoe proceeded to bash his cans against each other like a little boy playing with his toys. He believes that all artists are just children that never fully grew up. At least that's what he tells himself when it's a convenient excuse. But it was precisely at this moment when he suddenly got an idea, and he got that look where he stares off into space and you can't tell if he's thinking really hard or he just shit his pants and doesn't want to move. Oh no, looks like he's onto something. I wonder what it could be. I'm sure it's another brilliant stroke of
I have a cool idea. Yes. Yes.
Kiptoe noticed a pattern when looking at the list of orders. Ever since his big cowboy project, his love for narrative storytelling has become a natural reflex.
Yeah, look here, there's 2 pandas, one red and one blue. Could be something there.
I attempted to start with the twin pandas, showing a yin and yang relationship between 2 long-lost brothers. One lost in a devotion to the present, a being of mindfulness and spirituality. The other lost in a devotion to the future, a being bent on advancement in technology. When I jumped into this narrative for the pandas, the ideas for the rest started overflowing, and I figured there was only one way to truly kick off these stories. From the very start. In the beginning, 4 eternal entities emerged from the cosmos, and a planet ripe for a miracle floats across the stars, unaware of its imminent transformation. A dramatic, rocky landscape stretches between the horizon, with hot, bubbling magma oozing from its pores, until the fiery underbelly erupts molten lava and hot gases, spreading across the land, creating fresh, new deposits primed with potential. The steaming gases evaporate into the atmosphere, collecting high above the mountains and forming thick, heavy clouds, ready to burst. Drastic temperature changes from the cooling hot steam create strong wind gusts that push the clouds further and further apart, until finally, they give way. A single raindrop falls from the sky and hits the rocky surface for the first time. A second drop follows, and a third, until the skies open up and begin pouring down, filling the cracks and valleys with overflowing cascades of water. Canyons become rivers, plains become oceans, and the rocky surface becomes damp and fertile. A sudden breakthrough. Roots hidden deep below the soil begin to sprout and stretch their long fingers through the fields. Trees stand tall and take a deep breath of fresh air as they project and grow their limbs outward into the vast, flowering landscape. Heavy wind gusts carry their seeds across the terrain, creating new opportunities to produce lush greenery. Forests emerge as light from the sun nourishes their leaves. Fire keeps the growth in check. Oceans sway and pulse with the tides, and the wind carries each element across the globe. The eternal elements were finally cemented in all their checks and balances, an ecosystem of causes and effects, an elemental world ready to be inhabited. But there was one element that was left unchecked, uncompromising in its bitter natural force. A frozen tundra too brutal for balance, that the only thing left was chaos.
This is Captain Coolidge, 771 Bravo Charlie to control, 1 mile southeast of the target surveillance zone. Gonna circle back one more time to check out the area. I think I saw something back there. Fuel reserved at 3.5, I'm gonna make it quick. Request for extension and lower to 2,000 altitude, over.
Roger that, Bravo Charlie. You have permission at your discretion. Be careful out there. I see a storm brewing about 3 miles due east of your location.
1 Bravo Charlie, roger, thank you. 701 to control. How far did you say that storm was? 771 Bravo Charlie to I got some heavy hail up here. I'm taking some damage. I got no control. My winds are compromised. Can anyone read me? I'm going down. Ready for impact.
Control to 771, do you read me? Control to 771 Bravo Charlie, we need confirmation, over.
I'm down. I think my leg's busted.
Good read on this end. Glad to hear you're alive, Captain.
Yeah, I guess someone really didn't want me flying today. I'm at ground level of the surveillance zone. No signs of anything yet.
Stay on the line until we can get help. Don't make too much of a scene. Stay calm and stay quiet.
I just crashed a plane, remember? Besides, where am I gonna go in this frozen tundra? I heard something.
Say again your last, Captain? Captain, repeat your last transmission.
Quiet.
Are you okay?
I see something in the distance. Dark silhouette. It's hard to make it out in the snowfall.
Well, that's what we're here for, so try and describe what you see.
It's huge. And furry. Dark gray fur. It's like a blue face. Jesus.
Okay. What else?
It's got huge gashes on its shoulder. They look fresh. Oh, God.
What? What is it?
There's human skulls swinging from its mane. You gotta get me out of here. I can't be here.
Okay, just stay calm, Captain. You're all right. We need to record it and get you out of there alive, so hang tight.
Screw this. You're not the one down here. Oh, it's getting closer. God, those teeth are massive.
Whatever you do, don't shoot. It will just make it angry.
What the hell am I supposed to do then?
Pray.
Hail Mary, full of grace. Bless this shotgun with your might as I shoot this thing in the face.
Captain, no!
Come on, mother! Ah! What the hell? Oh, shit!
What's going on over there?
This thing just got eaten by a giant snow owl.
What?
Oh my God. The owl's gotta be like 30 feet tall. Oh man, it's just ripping its guts out. Oh God. There's so much more to this place than we ever imagined. And I think we're just scratching the surface. My God, what a sight.
The rescue team is on their way. We have a lot to talk about, Captain.
That we do.
Captain Coolidge was one of the first to witness such fascinating creatures. But a few centuries earlier, the story of another group of owls was just beginning. A distraught mother buckles under the weight of immense grief as she mourns the loss of all 4 of her sons in the Battle of Sekigahara. She drops to her knees and begs and pleads the universe for her sons back who were taken from her. Anyone, anything at all. An owl swoops down in front of her as they both lock eyes. She sees this as a significant symbol, as they believed to bring good luck and offer protection from suffering. And she begins to tell the owl about her beloved sons. Bash, the oldest, was always the natural leader of the pack. Growing up first in the family, he took pride in taking care of his own. He loved having responsibility and took it seriously, sometimes a little too seriously, as the guys all made fun of him for how stiff he was. He could learn to have a little fun sometimes. His brothers made sure of that. Her second son was said to have been born with 2 left feet. He was so clumsy. If there was a chance he could ruin something, you better believe he would. They always made extra time for him, knowing that he would probably have to do whatever it was twice. But in his clumsiness came an earnestness that was overlooked by most. He would sometimes get run through by others trying to take advantage of him, but not when Bash was around. Fumbling his way through the day, he earned the nickname Crash. Her third son was quite rambunctious, with a peculiar penchant for bladed steel. Ever since he was a young boy, he would sneak off to train with the elders. They would put up with his appetite for swordplay, but wouldn't allow him to touch a real sword until he had reached 14 years old. He grew tired of his wooden replica, and at only 11 years old, would steal the elder's sword when he was sleeping, running back home to show off his new blade to his brothers. What he didn't realize was the elder had switched swords, anticipating his behavior. When he went to unsheath his prize, the wooden sword remained, and the brothers all had a good laugh. He was so mad, he proceeded to swing the fake sword around so furiously the brothers were actually impressed, tossing an apple and watching him sever it right in half. Before the war, Slash would train to be the fittest swordsman in the valley. Her youngest boy was smart, really smart. He liked problem solving and had a knack for quick solutions. A bit antisocial, he was always reluctant to go out with his brothers, even if they would try their damnedest to convince him to the point where he would lose his temper and cause a scene. Don't get him mad. He could flip it on like a light switch. Sometimes the boys would use it as a tool to scare off the assholes and leave them running for the hills. The brothers would slowly help him hone his temper, turning it off and on when necessary, when they needed their whiplash. Together, they were unstoppable, even after death. And as their mother kneels and prays that fateful evening, an enchanted spell was cast upon 4 owls of the night. The souls of these 4 young men granted one more chance at life, a life reincarnated, a mutation among the skies, half owl, half man, a devotion to protect those less fortunate, a watchful force of the night, a winged eye for justice, a brotherhood of the night. As I took a deep breath and stretched my legs after painting so many custom cans for 15 days, I checked out the inventory of the last batch of orders. And after writing each character into one last hoorah, the final story is officially ready to unfold. Deep inside an ever-growing village, there was once a young knight named Emil, full of gusto, albeit naivete. As the son of Elric, one of the most fierce warrior knights of his generation, this young man had aspirations of becoming a triumphant leader and respected warrior, just like his father. The Blue Bishop Knights would challenge him to combat trials, a ritual set up a decade earlier to ensure the fittest and strongest of the peoples would be ready for any engagement or invasion of their land. These Blue Knights were tough, didn't take these trials lightly, and would usually leave the participant bloodied and broken. But most of all, a little harder. Emil relished in this trial by combat, treating it like a game. He knew if he had enough rounds with the Blue Bishops, he would build enough strength and stamina to defeat the Beast. A wild and dangerous creature of legend to his people. He had grown up with this mythic legend by word of mouth, gaining more popularity as he grew older. Its rampage and destructive nature would cause catastrophic damage and casualties to the surrounding population. The first to slay the beast would earn the highest respect, become the ultimate warrior, and earn the top spot among his village. And most importantly in his eyes, gain the attention of Mirabelle, a stoic young woman who cares and tends to the animals of the village, and doesn't offer her hand to any ordinary man. Meanwhile, on further reaches of the opposing land, a greedy pirate collects bounty and resources from a vulnerable village full of artisans and farmers. These sufficient monkeys were living peacefully among their farms, harvesting crops and precious metals from their little plot of earth. The pirate holds 2 intimidating lions on a leash, ready to pounce at the flick of a finger. He speaks to his felines candidly. They've had quite a run together. Search their shelters and find what they have. Nobody gets hurt if you all cooperate. The lions are let loose and scourge through their homes, ripping apart all their hard work and leaving scraps of what they once built. Naveel, the leader of his people, can only stand and watch in horror as he stares deep into the pirate's sunken eyes. How dare you? Shame on you. The pirate stares back as he lifts his arm, a nub of where his hand used to be. Oh, there is no shame and necessity, my little friend. When you are punished by your own family and banished from your home to gather resources, you would do the same. Back at the Blue Bishop Ring, a beaten and worn Emil stumbles to the ground, shaken and battered from his incessant trials.
Give it up, young man. You just might not have what it takes.
No, I can do it.
Then prove it.
Emil gets up to fight once more, before he is struck right back down to the ground. A friendly rabbit runs over and grabs Emil's shoulder, helping him out of the ring. You don't have to do that, Randolph. I'm fine.
I hate seeing you put yourself through all this.
It's the only thing I know how to do.
Well, you're still not very good at it. Maybe you should find me at least one other thing.
Yeah, well, I wasn't blessed with super senses to guide me like you.
That's true. Looks like you have super stupid to guide you.
Emil has an idea just then. Wait. If you can guide me to the beast, I will slay him then and there and skip all this nonsense. What are you on about? Listen to me. If you can help me to find him, and we will both come back champions, I will appoint you my right-hand man. Why didn't I think of this before?
I did not agree to this.
Come on, help me pack. We leave in the morning. Oh boy. The lions trot back with mouthfuls of raw gold, bronze, and whatever jewelry they could snatch off the monkeys themselves. The pirate walks up to Neville, grabs his necklace tight against his throat, and whispers, "Now, where is the beast with the silver heart?" Morning approaches, and Emil and Randolph are heading out. But before they can get too far, they are caught sneaking out by Elric. He shouts at them to stop and runs over to see what the hell they're doing. Emil explains his plan, to the discouragement of his father. He will not back down, and Elric sees his own stubbornness reflected back at him through his son. If you are really going to do this, I can't let you go alone. For safety. Okay, Dad, fine, but this is my journey, not yours. I know, son. Now you'll have at least one more witness to claim your victory. The three set off on a quest to find and slay the beast and earn Emil's rite of passage. Sunset reaches its peak, and the monkey village is putting back whatever is left of their livelihood, until they see three silhouettes coming towards them on the horizon. They stand guard and wait for them to approach, cautious and weary of the strangers. Who are you? What do you want? We are merely travelers looking for a damned soul. Well, you're too late. You already came through here. He what? Took all our resources and left us in shambles. That pirate is a dead man if I ever see him again. Pirate? What pirate? Elric shakes his head in response and loses his breath. He gets lightheaded and falls to the ground. Whoa, Dad, you okay? Yeah, just give me a second to sit down. What happened here? He came through here with his damn lions. Took all our precious metals and my late wife's necklace. It was a gift on our wedding day. Snatched it right off my neck, right here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Asked me about a beast with a silver heart. Said it was cursed. Had liquid silver running through its veins. You harvest that, it'll shift into any weapon you want. Like some sort of magic. Whoa. The same beast I'm looking for? Yes. It's the same one. Emil turns and looks at his father as he starts to stand up. We must get to the beast before the pirate does. If he kills it before you do, you'll never have your chance. How do you know it's the same? I will tell you later. Right now, we must go. Wait. If you're going to the same place as that pirate, then I'm coming with you. This is personal. I'm sorry, but we can't I wasn't asking. It's personal for me, too. Well, all right then. We move forward. For your family, and for mine. Let's go catch us a beast.
Oh man, we freaking did it. 60 cans in the bag, brand spanking new. I am so stoked about how these came out. I feel like I upped my art game and my character design and my storytelling and all those things that I'm really enjoying right now. I just poured it all out into these cans, and I'm so pumped for you guys to pick these up. There are 30 extras here ready to be snagged up right now on my website, Kiptoe.com. So if you act real fast, you might be able to scoop one up. And man, really challenge myself to push the art on these ones and really make some really bitchin' characters and designs here and tell some more stories. I hope you guys enjoyed those. If you really liked the last medieval one, I wrote out pretty much the entire arc of that whole story, and believe me, there's a huge twist and it gets way crazier. So if you want to see that, I might bring that one back and do some more videos with that story. So let me know if you guys want to see that. And I really liked being able to have you guys kind of like inspire me for the stories and kind of give some suggestions basically. So I might do something more with that too. So I got to do cans for the 3rd year in a row. I got to up my art game and my character design, and I got to tell more stories. And you guys get to take them home. So I think it's a big win here. International shipping is available. Act fast. And with that said, hit that slideshow, baby.
Fake grass and all sorts of dirt from my yard. Sunrise shot. Look at this. Dun, 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 dun. So cool.
So I have graduated to these fake plants that I clipped off, and now I'm gonna make these cool little agriculture plots here. Oh man, it's really fun actually. Well, I did it. I got through 8 pages of shots. And I'm really stoked with how they came out. Now, I gotta clean up all this crap. Worth it though. Worth it. Alright, and as promised with the pre-order, we're doing 3 free giveaways for those people that bought a can early, and we'll be giving that money back to Feeding America. So let's do a random number picker and see who won. All right, we got 1 through 30 right here with the pre-orders. So, dun 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 dun. Boom. Number 8. Boom. Number 12. Boom. Number 15. Congrats, guys! You just won a free can, and look at that. At least 6,000 meals to families in need. Wow, that's pretty dope. Thank you for supporting me in my mission. This project was a big passion project of mine, and I'm glad you came along for the ride and you made it this far. If you want to pick up any more merch, you know where to go, Kiptoe.com. The video's over now, so thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.